Hey guys, Deja Vu here and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we're going to be breaking down DragBat at Town Hall 13. And I'm telling you guys, DragBat is taking over the game right now. It is so powerful because in this current base meta, we're seeing so many single Infernos. We're seeing so many ground expos because people are trying to defend Hybrid and Yeti Smash. So DragBat is just coming in and completely destroying bases. So you guys are definitely gonna want to learn how to use this and put it in your toolbox. So let's go ahead and get right into the replays. All right, guys, so all of these replays are coming over in Scorpion Monkeys from their Supercell Clan War Leagues. They did have some epic DragBat attacks. And guys, I'm going to try to break this strategy down for you and make it as simple as possible so you can go in your own clans and look like a pro and destroy some bases with this strategy. I would probably say that DragBat is the strongest air attack strategy at Town Hall 13 right now. I don't know, guys. Comment down below and let me know what you think, or if you disagree with me and you think there's a different air strategy that's even stronger. We all know probably, I would say DragBat and then Lalo. I think DragBat's a little bit easier to use though. So let's see what Karma's doing here. So DragBat is all about base identification. So me personally, when I'm deciding if I want to use DragBat or not, the first thing I look at is where I can get the bat value. I think that's really important. So just looking at this base, you can see we have 3 single Infernos. So you always want to find a base that potentially has like at least 2 single Infernos, because we all know bats can just overwhelm those single Infernos. And then not only that, but you're looking for like a base where the splash is pretty close together or spread out enough to where you can take it out with your heroes. So right here we have a Wizard Tower and an Inferno right next to each other. So anytime we see a base like that where you can get good freeze value, basically we can freeze that whole area with one freeze. So that's some great value where potentially the bats could come in over there and just overwhelm the base. And then not only that, but we have another Wizard Tower and Inferno over here where you can get even more freeze value. But the thing that's pretty annoying is we do have this scatter shot, so you probably want to make sure the scatter shot is tanked with your dragons, because those new scatter shots, they will wreck your bats. So let's go ahead and see how Karma gets it done here. So in this situation, he has 5 bat spells, 4 freezes. You can either do that or 6 bats, 3 freezes. It really depends on the situation. And usually you go in with a Sui hero, and the main goal for your Sui hero is, like when I'm doing my Sui hero, the main goal for me is first you want to get down the pathing for your dragons. Just like Hybrid, you want to keep a narrow path. I always like to say you like to keep your dragons close enough to where they can all fit in one rage spell. So you want to keep them, you want them to have a narrow path, and you want them to be in one rage, like I said. So with the Sui hero, you want to get the pathing down. And not only that, but with the Sui hero, you want to try not to pull the enemy clan castle so your heroes will get more value. So we got the clan castle over here, which is perfect because the heroes are not going to pull it. And then you also want to try to get down maybe like an air defense or 2 or some key defenses if you can. It's not 100% necessary. It depends from base to base. So you can see here, he has the funnel down, he got the trash down on let me go ahead and bring up the drawing tool. So we got this side down, and then he used an E-drag right here. You don't always need to use an E-drag, just depends on the situation. Then he uses other heroes over here. So that whole section's down. So he has a nice narrow path. He's going to use the Stone Slammer basically to take out this section right here, and then he basically has a nice straight narrow path, which is just perfect for dragons to come through and they will just destroy that base. Alright, so let's keep playing it. So in this situation, using a Stone Slammer, you don't always need to use a Stone Slammer. I know in a lot of cases, like if you're sending your DragBat in and you can't get to the Town Hall, then you can use a Battle Blimp to take down that Town Hall, maybe with like 5 Sneaky Goblins and some more loons inside. So it just depends on the situation. In this one, the dragons were able to get to the Town Hall with the Warden ability pretty easy. So that's why he went with a Stone Slammer. Okay, so he did end up pulling the CC, pulling out some archers, and if there is an Ice Golem in the CC, make sure you pull it away from the path of your dragons so you don't have to deal with it. So there is an Ice Golem, so you should put like an archer somewhere over there to make sure the Ice Golem is, yeah, there you go, putting an archer over at 12 o'clock just to make sure that Ice Golem is not going to be a problem. So we can already see the pathing for the dragons. We can see where the bats are going to come in. So the dragons are taking out, let me go ahead and make this a little bigger. Dragons are taking out this whole section. Like I said, we want this scatter shot tanked over here. So I think, let me make this a little bit bigger. So dragons are going to take all this out. As soon as this scatter shot is tanked, I don't even know, maybe even it doesn't even have to be tanked. He's going to send the bats in right from here. and they're going to be able to overwhelm the rest of this base. So there you go, dropping the freeze. Like I said, some good freeze value. So the bats weren't even tanked. I think initially he did want that scatter shot to be tanked by the dragons, but it wasn't. Not a problem though. So he ended up dropping the bats right on top of the scatter shot to make sure that went down, and this base is just overwhelmed. The bats didn't even last that long, and I think, like I said, the main reason the bats didn't last that long is because he wanted that scatter shot to be tanked, and it wasn't. So that might have been a problem. So the attack not even going as planned, and it's still just wrecked. I mean, dragons are definitely underrated at Town Hall 13. They are super powerful. And there you go, guys. We're going to go ahead and take a look at a few more replays, and I hope you guys start to see a pattern in these attacks. And, you know, comment down below. I want to know, am I explaining it good? Am I not? Because I do want to try to make this pretty simple for you guys. It's really not that hard. It takes a little bit of base identification and a little bit of planning, guys. So let's go ahead and let's finish this up. And there you go. It's a triple. Let's go ahead and get into the next replay. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and take a look at the next one, and I hope you're going to start seeing a pattern on these bases, because I cannot say this enough. DragBat is all about base identification. So let's take a look at this base and let's kind of see what he was thinking here. So again, we have these Wizard Tower and Single Inferno really close together where we can get the freeze value. So that's one thing we're looking for, where we can send the bats in. Like I said on the last replay, that's the first thing I look for. Where can I potentially get the bat value? So potentially we can get some good bat value from this corner over here, and the bats could come along the bottom, because really all we have is we have the Wizard Tower, the Inferno, and there's really nothing else this whole way down. Just like the dragons, you want to try to have a narrow path for your bats, because the main goal with the bats is for them to clump together and just start one-shotting those defenses. So let's see what is he going to do here, and how is he going to get the pathing for the dragons and for the bats. So using the Sui Hero, again, the Sui Hero is just to get the pathing down. That is probably the most important thing, is the pathing. So let's see, where is he going to send the king and the queen over here? So sending a wizard just to take out that, I don't know, sending a wizard to help the king, actually, sorry. So king's going to come along this side and basically take out this section over here. Queen along the bottom to take this out. And you can see he did put an ice golem with your queen. If your queen is going into a lot of defenses or heroes or something, then bring an ice golem just so your queen can push a little bit further. And just like I said before, his queen should be able to take out this air defense. If you can, you want your queen to take out at least like one air defense. Two would be pretty insane, but you know, have her try to take out some of those key defenses and also get the funnel down. So just looking at the base, let's see. So far the heroes took out this side and took out this side. So you can already see where we got the pathing for the dragons. He's going to send the dragons straight into the town hall. So he does have a narrow path right here. It's all about the vision for the base. So he is going into the town hall. When you're going into the town hall, you're like that. You're going to see you want to rage into the town hall and use your warden ability. Not only that, but he is, let me delete that. Okay, so he is going against two scatter shots, which usually isn't ideal, but they're so close to the town hall that he's going to be able to use the warden ability and just basically warden and rage all the way through that, which is pretty OP. Okay, so his heroes did end up pulling the CC. It is a triple ice golem, which is pretty nice, because you want to use make sure you always bring an archer. I should mention that. You can use the archer to pull out the skeletons and also pull those triple ice golems away from your dragon, so then you don't even have to deal with them. So he's going to do that, and then he's going to use the stone slammer up at 12 o'clock, basically just to take out this section, and that's going to help with pathing for the dragons to path this way. Like we said, dragons are going to path this way, and then you can see for the bats, if that's all taken out, the bats have a nice narrow path that come from the top and basically sweep this whole right side, which is pretty OP, because I mean, look at it. There's basically no splash he's gonna have to deal with. If he only has to deal with the single and the wizard tower, that is pretty OP, guys. So let's see, using that warden ability with the dragons, going against those scatter shots, like we said, should be sending, there you go, sending the stone slammer in, and those two forces are basically going to work together to take out the left side of the base, and then the bats are just going to wreck the other side. And look at this, guys, this is a pretty OP plan here, sending in the RC, so the RC is going to take out even more splash damage, tanking the wizard tower, so he didn't even need a free spell right there. That is a pretty OP plan right there. I really like it, taking that out. And look at this, the only other thing he has to deal with is the wizard tower around like 5 o'clock. So he does still have 2 free spells, and that is gonna be enough. And this base, it is pretty much wrecked. I mean, are the bats gonna make it? Ooh, and the bats do make it just in time. They do get the shot on the wizard tower, and this base is absolutely crushed. Look at this, even having a swag poison spell. This is pretty insane, guys. I'm telling you, if you could find the right base and if you could have the right plan, DragBat is going to get you a lot of 3 stars. It is so strong. What I recommend is training it up and just practicing in FCs. It doesn't hurt just to keep practicing and practicing, and eventually you will get the hang of it, guys. Let's go ahead and take a look at one more replay. All right, guys, so the last replay we're going to go and take a look at is coming from H2O Heath. And honestly, guys, he is a beast at DragBat. He comes up with some pretty wild plans, and I wanted to show this one because it's a little bit different. He's not using the Stone Slammer. He's going to be using a Yeti Bomb, and it just shows that you can use pretty much any siege barracks. It just really depends on the situation. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, when I first saw this base, I would not think to use DragBat on it. So it just shows that DragBat can work on any base if you could figure out the right plan and the right pathing for the dragons and for the bats. So let's basically just play this one, and we'll kind of break it down as he goes, and let's kind of see, like, figure out what he was thinking here. So he's going to start with the Sui Hero. Again, just like the last 2 attacks, the Sui Hero is the same. The only thing that's a little bit different is the Siege Machine. He's going to be using the Yeti Bomb. So let's see where he's going to want to use the Yeti Bomb. And the Yeti Bomb is good on, like, this base. It's a little bit more spread out than the last 2 bases. So using the Yeti Bomb just ensures that he's going to get the pathing for the dragons. So starting the king on the bottom side with the queen. So it looks like he wants to get the pathing on the back end, using the RC over on the top left corner. So let's see, what's he want to get with the RC? I don't think he wants to pull the CC. So hopefully, I don't think the RC is going to pull the CC, because you don't want that RC to get stuck on like a Lava Hound or something like that, because then she's just not going to get the value that you want. It looks like the RC is getting a ton of value though, which is pretty nice. She does die. She doesn't pull the CC. Queen going in. I mean, so let's see, what did he get so far? So with the Sui Hero, he basically got this whole bottom side down, basically got this whole side over here, and the RC got all this. Oh wait, hold on, sending the blimp in. So it looks like he wants to use the blimp to get down that eagle. So let's see, sending the blimp in. So the blimp's gonna get an eagle, a scatter shot, potentially the queen and the RC. That is a ton of value. So some great base identification from H2O. Okay, so the Yeti Bomb did end up pulling the CC, so you want to make sure you lure that Lava Hound away from the dragons and that Ice Golem, just like the last 2 attacks, so you don't have to deal with that enemy clan castle. Not only that, but he does not have a poison. You don't want to pop that Lava Hound. So let's see what he's going to do here. Should use an archer to pull it away from the path of the dragon. So just looking at the base, let's kind of see like what he got down so far. So with the Sui Hero, he got, let me zoom in a little bit like this. Okay, so far the Sui Hero got down all this stuff over here, got down all this. We got the Yeti Bomb, so I mean most of the base is gone. So you can see he has a nice narrow path. He's gonna send the dragons straight into the town hall like this. Nice narrow path. You always want to get that narrow path. And then let's see, where could he send the bats in? So again, we have the single and the scatter shot really close together to where we can use 1 freeze, which is really nice. So probably gonna send the bats in this way to sweep up the top. And then he does have this wizard tower over here. So anytime you have like a wizard tower on the outside, that could be a problem for your bats. What you guys want to do is you want to bring an Ice Golem. You go look down at his army comp. He does have that Ice Golem. So sending that Ice Golem in, and it'll be able to tank the wizard tower, and it basically just saves you a free spell. So really nice there. Definitely what you guys want to do. Sending the bats in. Let's see. Probably he only has 1 rage. Let's see. Is he gonna rage into the town hall? I'm actually not sure. Yeah, raging into the town hall. You usually want to use that rage to get through that town hall with the warden ability. Going into the single inferno, he wants to get down that whole section as soon as possible. So sending in the giant. So he's using a giant and a royal, and not a royal champion. He's using a giant and an Ice Golem just to make sure that wizard tower is not going to be a problem. Sending a bat wave in from the corner. Little tip for you guys, you always want to put your bat wave on the corner of the base so your bats can clump together and start one-shotting. Going to take down the scatter shot, use the freeze, really nice timing on the freeze, so the scatter is not a problem for the bats. Going to take out the warden. Look at these bats go. They are just going to overwhelm that single inferno. Now see guys, if that would have been a multi on the back end, then he probably wouldn't even have went with DragBat. So that's why we're seeing so much DragBat, is because of these single infernos. Guys, you need to take advantage of the base meta. You never know, the base meta changes, but right now people are trying to defend Hybrid and Yeti Smash, so take advantage of that. If you're going with Hybrid and Yeti Smash right now on certain bases, they're just not getting the triples, so you guys got to think outside the box. I hope this strategy is going to help you pick up tons of triple, guys. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.